Hey guys, it is Monday evening here, and after much contemplation, I hemmed and hawed over this all day, but I've decided that I needed to make a follow-up video to my expectations when we buy dolls video that I had uploaded yesterday. I have gotten a few comments that were people very unhappy. It's evoked quite a reaction out of some of the viewers. And so I thought it was important that I come on and clarify if my first video wasn't clear enough. First off, I love all artists. I do. I'm not picking any artists. I love them all. I think they all have their strong points of what they do. Some are good at certain things more than others, and I think that every artist has their talents. But, you know, I don't mind when people come on and disagree with my videos. Feel free to comment. I had a handful of comments that were posted, but as soon as I responded with a very polite response, by the way, they disappeared. So the commenter has to go on and actually physically remove them. So I have not removed them. I don't remove comments from my channel just because I don't like what somebody has to say. I am more than happy to have an open discussion, and I don't expect everybody to agree with me, and I don't want everybody to agree with me if they don't. I would love to have a nice discussion about this topic. I think it's really important, and that's why I guess I wanted to be the one to kind of open it up for others to feel like they could talk about, and maybe they wouldn't be afraid to speak up if they were unhappy with a silicone doll or a reborn or any doll that comes from a particular artist. I think it's important that we speak up when we're not happy. That was part of the point I was trying to get across. And the other point I was trying to get across was that, you know, there's this common misconception that the more money you spend, the more perfect the doll is. And that was, I think, one of the comments that was removed, is that, you know, Romy's babies are worth every penny. You know, to some they really are. I was just using myself as an example, and it's only my own opinion. It's not a dig at the artist. It's not saying anybody that has a Romy doll doesn't love the Romy doll and it isn't worth every penny to them, because I'm sure it absolutely is. It just happened not to be what turned out to be my dream baby. I used Romy as an example, not to have any hidden message there that would be towards any collectors, because I have multiple friends that have Romy's dolls, and I think they're wonderful, lovely, and you know, I don't ask them how much they spend on them. I don't care how much they spend on them, and I'm not begrudging them for spending money on them. I've spent a lot of money on other artists' dolls. Some good investments, some not so good. But I use Romy as the example because hers are the highest price on the market. And I was fortunate enough to get each doll that I've had either on the secondary market or from Romy directly before she eBay auctioned them like she does now. So it was a much lower price, and it was still a lot of money back then. But my point to saying that it wasn't worth it to me to invest in a doll is because even though, you know, she's like the most sought after doll artist right now, it doesn't make her dolls necessarily perfect in my eyes. There are certain things I like about dolls and certain things I don't like about dolls. And at the end of the day, I wouldn't buy another one of her dolls even if I had the money. I mean, technically I could probably go and invest and have one of her dolls and win one of her auctions. My choice is to not, because I know that after having 3 of her dolls, they're just not my cup of tea. But anybody else that has her dolls and loves them, fantastic. I'm so happy for them. I wish I had figured out earlier on, after, you know, not buying multiples of them, that it really wasn't for me. Instead, I found other dolls that I really like by other artists. But it's not by any means looking down on Romy's work. I think she's a fantastic, awesome artist. Her dolls are beautiful. But like I said, they're just not my dream babies, which is okay. That's what makes the world go round. And it's okay if people don't like my dolls. I don't expect people to love all my dolls. Beauty really is in the eye of the beholder. We all find dolls out there that we fall in love with. And a lot of times it's surprising that some of the ones we love the most are not nearly the most expensive dolls in our collection, which I think is pretty awesome. Because there are some unknown artists that their work is absolutely amazing. They just aren't heard of enough to build up that name and get the higher price tag for selling their dolls. And maybe someday they'll get there. But, you know, for right now, you know, it is what it is. It's just my own opinion. That's all. And I sparked some very upset responses. And when I politely responded to, I believe it was Reborn Delightful, she said, "Don't thank me. I'm disagreeing with your comment." And I just want to say, I was thanking you for your feedback because I wanted to have a conversation and a discussion, and I don't expect everybody to agree with me. And it wasn't meant to be derogatory. I genuinely was liking some feedback because nobody... About that, guys, it cut me off because my memory is getting low on... I gotta delete some videos. So anyways, that's basically the gist of what I wanted to say, is that I like discussions. I like to talk about things, and I like to, you know, hear everybody's opinions on it because it's a big topic. The amount of money we spend on these dolls, we should be talking about it, I think. And I know that I've gotten a lot of messages about this saying that, you know, they're glad I spoke up. And so for anybody that wants some advice or just wants to talk about it or even vent, I'm open for that. I know I've just had my frustrations over the last multiple years as silicones have become so big. And nobody generally makes any money off of selling a silicone doll once they've invested in it. We generally all seem to lose money on the deal, some way, shape, or form. But yeah, I just want everybody to know that I really wasn't setting out to try to offend anybody. And like I said, the video was not aimed at anyone. It was just a topic. So for those that had their feelings hurt or think that perhaps it was aimed at somebody, it wasn't. So no worries. No reason to be upset because I welcome all the comments, so you can comment as you will. I don't delete them. If they disappear, it is the person posting it that takes it away and chooses to remove it. It's not from my side of things. I generally like to keep good and bad comments up just so you can see the full discussion. So I want to thank everybody that took the time to actually watch both of these videos. By the time you're done, it's many minutes worth of me rambling on about my opinions, but I do appreciate that my subscribers are with me and my friends. I really appreciate all of you and your feedback. And don't be afraid to disagree with me and post a comment that you may not agree with me. I'm perfectly fine with that. I don't get offended much. I'm pretty laid back in that sense. And been doing this for a number of years now, at least the dolly thing. And so I've seen a lot of crazy stuff happen. So, you know, anybody who ever wants to reach out to me, feel free. I'm happy to chat with you. So I'm going to get back to catching up on a few videos, and I will see you guys all soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.